are flushing, all the good stuff. My POTS is crazy.
We are not landing in the local hospital this time. Morning lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Amity Gilmour and this is my life. This week is going to look a little adventurous because we have 2 appointments in the city on 2 different days. So I'm seeing my cardio this week, which will be very important because my POTS has been playing up like crazy. So hopefully he can like figure out what the heck is going on. And the other appointment is my dietetics appointment, which if you guys watched a few videos back, remember last dietetics appointment didn't go so well. I'll link the video up there and you can go watch it. As for now, let's go make a coffee. Hello! With Lamia Joy Boutique, which is my Etsy business, I am working on, at the moment, our fall launch. Fall is coming really soon, at least for you guys in America. I mean, fall is never here for us because we don't have fall ever. We have autumn, which is technically the same thing, just a different name. So this launch will probably be coming out like the very start of September. And something I want to let you guys in on, which is really exciting, is the postage prices for the US and UK are actually a lot cheaper than they were before. So postage to the US in US dollars is $7.73 USD. I have actually already changed the postage prices, and since then I've had quite a few US orders, which is really good that now it's more accessible to the US. So for all my US lovelies, that is how much it costs. I'll look up the UK prices. So for the UK postage price, it is £6.09. Do you guys call them cents? But basically it is £6.9. So again, it is much better than what it was before. So if you are in the US or you're in the UK and you want to celebrate fall with some nice chubby pads handmade here in Australia by myself, then go on over to Lamia Joy Boutique and favorite that store. The link to that store will be in the description. By giving that store a favorite, you'll be notified as soon as the fall launch comes into play. Alright, so I'm just packing up a little bit because I've got someone coming over to go over some web design stuff. So I'm just gonna make my house a little bit more presentable. I mean, it's really, like, it's pretty presentable, but I will show you one thing that is definitely not presentable, because you'll see, like in my videos, my house looking pretty presentable until you see this. This is what I hide from the camera's view. All of this. This is a joint mess. It's not just mine, which I kind of feel good about because it means that I'm not fully responsible, but yeah, this is just a reminder to you guys that what you see on social media is not always real. Here, we're clean, tidy, aesthetic looking. Here, you have real life. Real life, guys, real life. Now I can see you guys better. A bit of a health update. My reflux has been extremely terrible to the extent that it got to a point where I cannot keep down hardly anything. I mean, I'm having things, I'm drinking them, but like I can't keep it all down. Like it will just come straight back up. Not all of it, but some of it. And it seems to be worse at night. So it turns out that like my stomach isn't actually emptying at all throughout most of the day. So like anything I have from 12 or like 1 o'clock onward will most likely come up at night. Saw my doctor about it on Monday. We're treating it like a blockage and we're just gonna pretend that that's the problem. Probably is the problem, might not be, we don't know. We're gonna at least try and treat it like it's a blockage. And by that, I mean, we are flushing all the good stuff, you know, all the good stuff. Don't do this at home unless advised to by a medical professional. That's something very important to let you guys know. Bon appetit, you all. All done. I'm in a lot of pain right now. It hurts so much. My whole abdomen is just in so much pain right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get to sleep. I don't know how to describe the pain other than like, I'm gonna try my best to get to sleep. Good night. Hey lovelies, I am off to the city because we have a cardiology appointment. Let's see how great my heart is. Is it broken? Is it frozen? Is it stone? Alright, so I'm at the bus stop and I have a little bit of time, so I'm going to show you the present that I'm giving my bestie is today for her 23rd birthday. So this is a nice box. It has Bella on it. And then if you take the envelope out, this is what's in it. So scrunchie I made, there's another scrunchie hidden underneath. I got some tea too. I've got some white hot chocolate. I also have a candle I made for her that says Bella. Hopefully she likes it. Say hi! Hello! Hey guys, that was where I was diagnosed with gastroparesis via the gastric emptying study in 2020. Radioactive cornflakes. They serve some good radioactive cornflakes in that restaurant. Morning lovelies. Yesterday I didn't feel much. I just got back home and I felt very tired and very sick from the day out, so I just went to sleep and I'm ready at the moment. I've got a work meeting over the phone and then I've also got my dietetics appointment, but I thought I'd sit down with you and I explain a little bit about how my cardiologist appointment went yesterday. Hello, the snack for today's sit down talk yet again is a hydrolyte isopol, because no matter how hard I work my butt off to try and keep hydrated, I wake up, especially this morning, completely dehydrated. I know why now. I had my tests first, so like when I see the cardiologist, I get like a few tests done and then I'll go have the consult. Had the test. My POTS is crazy. So let me explain a bit about my POTS background, because I was diagnosed, semi-diagnosed, semi-not. It was very confusing back in 2021 with POTS, but sort of not. It was more borderline POTS. So I was told at that point that my POTS was extremely borderline, that it technically wasn't POTS, but it was borderline. That's what I was told. Now fast forward to 6 months later, I think, and I saw him again, and he then started referring to me as a POTS patient. He was saying to me that my POTS was this or that. So I had assumed that I did have POTS, but it was just borderline, and I didn't know at all what was going on. And so this appointment, I was like, I'm gonna ask him, do I actually have POTS? Because I'm just really confused here, because every single time I rang up, I was being referred to as a POTS patient, yet my first appointment, I was told I had borderline POTS, to the point it technically wasn't POTS. He said, well, look at your heart rate, that's POTS. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. So basically what had happened was, when I was diagnosed firstly, it was very borderline, and now it is a lot worse. So now it technically is POTS. However, it's not, so what he said is it's not officially POTS until I have the tilt table test, which he then said, why haven't you had the tilt table tests? And I was like, well, it was being told that it was going to be organized, but I never heard back or anything. And he's like, oh, okay, well, we sent the letter off. They should have called you. So we're getting the tilt table test sorted finally. And he said, basically, that will be the determining factor whether or not you have POTS, which pretty much what he's saying, like in his whole like thing, is like, yes, I have POTS. Hey Louise, sorry about that. I had to move to my room because my like camera died and I need to like film it here. So I have had like what some people call the paupers version of the tilt table test. So it's pretty much the same thing. It's just not like officially the tilt table test. So what I mean by that is I get the thing on my finger and I lay down, and then I come up and they do that 3 times and test how much it jumps. So it's pretty much exactly the same as a tilt table test, except without a tilt table. It's done manually. So that is basically what he was referring to by POTS here, and POTS. So basically, yes, I have POTS, but it's just not officially diagnosed until I get the tilt table test, which should have been arranged back in 2021, but it wasn't arranged. Yeah, it's just a bit of miscommunication. But I'm getting that done. I guess that means technically I don't have POTS until I get the tilt table test, like officially, but like I'm still a POTS patient. So then I had been asked by both him and his assistant, are you taking your medication? And I am. I'm taking it every day. And I said, yes, I'm taking my medication. I told them the dosage and they're like, all right, that's not enough. We're gonna have to put it up. Then we started talking about the gut, and the fact that the gut actually has a lot to do with not just the gut, but every single system in your body, and the fact that a cardiologist really does depend on the gut in some way, as well as every other specialty. To which he was basically saying the medication is important, but if you're not absorbing the medication, which he suspects I'm not absorbing any of my medications, I'm having malabsorption, which my GP also suspects, which my endocrinologist has also suspected because of, and my dietitians has suspected because of like my protein intake has like dropped significantly a few times when I'm on like full-on protein like powder, and then also like having my feeds that have a high percentage of protein in it, plus other things dropping. Plus recently, you would know, my reflux and my vomiting is crazy to the point it is actually at night, like really bad, to the point that I am missing out on night activities and I'm missing out on church services because I have to go into the bathroom all the time to vomit, and I'm missing out on church, I'm missing out on Bible study, which I don't like the fact that that's the case. Not that I need to go to church in order, like, not that that determines my faith or anything, it's just that I value church, I love going to church, I love fellowshipping with people, and it's just struggling to do that, and I'm struggling to go out with friends. I'm struggling to do all this stuff, which is a concern. It's starting to impact my life more than I would like it to. So what are we gonna do about it? Well, that's up to the gastro to decide, and I see the gastro on the 1st of September, so until then, don't know whether I'm gonna have to change my meds from oral to like through the tube or not. I don't know. But as for now, I'm gonna stop right here because my camera keeps running out of battery and it's really annoying and it dies on me, even though it's being charged. But I will see you when I'm on the road to my dietetics appointment. Hi, we are now in Kogarah. I didn't film anything while I was on the train because I had a lot of business phone calls, stressful ones as well, but that's business for you. Now I'm on my way to the dietetics appointment and we are not landing ourselves in the local hospital this time. I'm feeling much better, which is good. I've done my appointment and note to self, I realized why I don't drink real caffeine in coffee and why I have decaf. It's because it sends me insane and I am crazy, and I'm already crazy without coffee, but now I'm 100 million times crazier than I normally am. So cool. Also, I'm a robot now, so fun. I am back from the dietitian and guess what? I didn't end up in hospital this time. Not that I would have, but like, you know. My puking like episodes started earlier today, so they started literally like at the dietetics office at like 3 o'clock or 3:30 or rather. I carry a vomit bag with me everywhere because of the fact that puking is just becoming a thing. I had a coffee, like an iced latte at like 1 o'clock, and that was coming up from about 3 o'clock all the way to 5 o'clock. It was still coming up. I was still vomiting that coffee that I had much later on, which is just ridiculous and definitely means that my stomach is not emptying. With that being said, this is the end of this video. If you liked it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you like it even more, don't forget to click that subscribe button. You can also follow me over my Instagram at Amity Gilmour. Love you guys. God bless.